Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We had a little bit of a crash at the end of last episode, but we are starting again now with aggressive campaigning. I'm just going to do the same thing I did last time. A pack of miscreants indeed. And we'll see what happens when we get to the end of Presidential Republic. I think the event that procced from this was the event that caused us to have our crash. So I'm hoping that winds up fine. But for now, we're just going to kind of let it go. Alright. No event, so that's neat. And we got our election coming up here. We are in second place at this point, but France, I think, is still suffering from social criticism. Let me see. Let's just remember where we are. The crash always throws me off. Alright, so I think we've built up the Armada Nacional with a bunch of monitors. And where are we here? We're going for a landing craft and then destroyer submarine dreadnought. Alright. The good old days. When invited to give a speech on behalf of the Conservative Party, Castaño Pena began extolling the virtues of a strong home, strong borders, and strong men. The public reception was mixed. Truly, I dare say, the men are no longer men. They are coddled with books, as if they're a substitute for real adventure. Their mothers swaddle them in cotton and silk, only for them to be henpecked by their wives. And heaven forbid they take a pint of beer, one sip, and they need their fathers to carry them home. Won't someone think of the children? 10% momentum for the Conservatives, or rhetoric cannot disguise what Benio wants. He gets out of touch, which reduces his popularity and his interest group attraction, and they lose a bunch of momentum. I'm going to do the second one, because I don't want those guys to have a bunch of momentum. Health system is up to level 2. We're moving to level 3 now. Let me see. 555 bureaucracy. I want to keep a little bit of a buffer. But we'll queue in level 3, and we'll just build up a few more... level 4, sorry. And we'll just build up... Oh, we're already building up some more government admin. Well, that's great. Do we have anything affecting our bureaucracy at the moment? We do not. Cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll just build a few more. Do we have areas that are not on our primary method here? We do. Oh, Guyana, obviously. We didn't reset production methods in Guyana. Or maybe something happened. Production methods aligned with electric street lines, so there's no power in Guyana. Well, that's fine. Do we not have power in Rio Grande do Norte? I guess not. Well, so that place definitely needs power. And then Brazilian Guiana needs power as well. And then population attraction here is low. Oh, because of the turmoil. Well, that'll do it. Alright, so there's the election, and I guess that was an election event. So let's see what the government looks like now. Still uncontested. Once again, if I bring the rural folk back in, I can have a fully legitimate government, but let's finish Presidential Republic first, because that's where we're getting, that's where we're trying to get to. So moving right along here, I think I want stronger armed forces. I think that's going to be my way. So I think we're going to build up the 1st Brazilian Army to the same strength as the 3rd. So I'm going to need another 20 levels of trench infantry, and I think another 10 levels of siege artillery. So let's go ahead and do that. 5, 5, 5, and 5. And then for the artillery, we'll do 5, 5, and 5. And 5. And that should just be fine. It's mostly got us properly compared. And then the 3rd army has 5 additional levels of cavalry. There's feminism. Perfect. So we'll put 5 more levels of lancers in Rio de Janeiro. And that'll be a nice little military expansion. Got a bunch of diplomatic plays going on here. This one in Bremen I don't need to worry about. This is Los Altos, right? Yes. Unless someone wants to be a subject, I don't care. So this one I can ignore. This one is Senegal against fascist Senegal. Where is Senegal? Senegal, it's over here. And are you are not anyone's puppet. How would you like to be my puppet? No. Transfer states. You give me the Windward Coast, but again, I don't need the Windward Coast. Alright. Not going to get involved with that. This is a Schleswigian revolt, a communist revolt against communist Schleswig. So I think suffice it to say we will not get involved in this. And then finally, there is a communist revolt in Brunswick. I feel confident that someone else can handle it. So we got oil and rubber rushes in Zulia. I'm going to do the same thing I always do. Oh boy, we got competing soundtracks real good. So what else do we need in our market? Cars, clearly. But people love cars. Everyone loves cars. We're building up tons of motor industries. So let's continue to build up motor industries, because those seem ridiculously profitable. Oh, we're actually already building a set of 12. Maybe we'll wait to queue in more of those for now. We still need more glass and steel. Gosh, we're low on steel. We're low on frickin' a lot of things. Heck. I think we need to produce fewer luxuries. We need to get some of our regular industry in our most productive areas shifting towards base production only. So let's grab the ones in Baixo Paraguay and move those to focus on just basic goods. Textile mills, we were already doing that. Do we have any in Baixo Paraguay? We've got a lot of textile mills in the country, lads. Friends, nerds. Here we go. Alright. That should help. That should also help with standard of living a little bit. Alright, well, so clothes and basic furniture are doing better. And we are a little bit shorter on luxury furniture, on luxury clothes now, which is good. That is what we want. A bunch of those are going to trade routes, but that's alright. Because the other ones should be flexing upward, and it looks like they are, so. I think some in via trade routes. That's weird. Let's go ahead and cancel our unproductive trade routes. Been a while since I did that. I think that one's going to be productive again in a second, so I'm going to leave it. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so the next thing I want... Germany's trying to turn Communist Schleswig into a protectorate. That's fine. Not concerned about that. Right, I was going to queue in more buildings. What we need is more glass and more... Okay, so where are we with ceramics? Ceramics is still overproduced. So let's look at where our glassworks are not producing ceramics and build more in those locations. Goiás and Para. Alright, we'll put 5. We'll just double the size of the ceramics industries in those areas. And people will move to them. Alright, there's landing craft. Perfect, that's going to be very good. Great Britain sides with Prussia. Okay. Not any concern of mine. Come on, Presidential Republic. We might actually get there. We're building up our barracks now. And Dreadnought is spreading to us. That's wonderful. We're also... Let's put... Nah, we'll leave that spreading. The more productive spread we have, the better. The minor interests. Regardless of the government caucus's stance, the fiercest debates on Presidential Republic come from these two. The landowners and populace, stirred by Floriano Cabral da Silva's movement, the landowners and populists stirred by Floriano Cabral de Silva's movement. The end is nowhere in sight. Once in a blue moon, the government sees a minor issue to appease an ally or placate an enemy. Invariably, it crosses someone else's line. Some might call enemy of my enemy and expect an alliance of convenience. Others often rightly expect a velveteen fist. Let them bicker. I could get some radical lower sternum pops. Okay, Cabral de Silva aligns with the petite bourgeoisie. So I can piss off the petite bourgeoisie and weaken the and strengthen the landowners, or the other way around. Or I could get lower sternum pops mad. I could take advantage of the populist pressure. Landowners get weaker. De Silva, who is a technocrat, gets reduced popularity and increased political movement radicalism, which I don't love. Or I can back the landowners to make them stronger, which I certainly don't want. You know what? Oh god, I don't want that 33% chance of lower sternum pops being more radical. We'll take advantage of the populist pressure and just live with that. 10% radicalism should... Oh, it's 10% of the current radicalism, so it only ticks up by 1. Since... I don't know. I don't know what that's about. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't need to get involved in this diplomatic play, so we'll go ahead and not get involved. Alright, and that is the middle of the year. So that's going to be the end of the episode, since this is actually the third of an episode that ended in a little crash. I'll put both of these up in the same day. You've already seen this at this point, so this is not really useful for me to tell you, but it's good for my notes. So that's all we got for now. I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun as well, and I will see you on the other side.